Hey there. So today I'm going to take a look at the new books I got in this week. It's a pretty light week for comics for me, but I thought we'd take a look at some of the catalogs I got in today too. So first off, we have the last issue of Batman 89 Echoes. And again, this is sort of like a sequel to the Tim Burton movies from the 80s and 90s. And so we've got this, and then we've got this variant cover of what I think is like the new Batgirl logo in the story. This book is so late, I can't even really remember where we're at with the story on this one, so I might have to go back and reread some of this. Again, I really like this book, but it's just been super late. So yeah, I'll have to kind of catch up on that. Next, we've got the fifth, and I think this is the last issue of Godzilla Heist. This is sort of a takeoff of the movie poster for Inception, but instead we've got, Godzilla walking through the city here in the background. And then we have issue 50 of Fantastic Four, and so this is the last of the facsimile editions of the Galactus story from back in the day. So that's issues 48, 49, and 50, where Stan Lee and Jack Kirby introduced Galactus and the Silver Surfer. And yeah, again, timing on this because, Galactus is in the Fantastic Four movie that's coming out here in a couple weeks now. But, this is a run I really like. I'm trying to collect all these, but, a lot of the original issues of this are pretty pricey now, especially these in particular. So, it's possible I won't ever have this issue, the first print original copy. So I'll take the facsimiles we can get for right now. And while that's the end of these three that they're doing, Marvel is still doing the first 12 issues of the Fantastic Four all year long, and so those are still going on. I wouldn't be mad if they just kind of continued doing these. I really like these facsimiles of this run. They got a lot of the old ads and, letters, columns, and everything, just like, when the book was produced. Again, I, brought this up before, but I think my only real complaint on these is sort of the glossy paper stock they're using as opposed to more of a, flatter matte newsprint. But, what are you going to do? And so that's it. So, yeah, only 4 books this week that I got in. Pretty light week for me, but I got the new Image Scene catalog and the IDW catalog. Now, I just did a video the other day talking about the last issue of the Previews catalog that came out from Diamond, and apparently that's it. Like, they are not going to be printing a physical catalog anymore. And so my thought was, okay, well, we have these from some other companies, and DC and Marvel do this, so it's like, well, maybe a couple other companies will start doing physical catalogs too. And then I received an email from Discount Comic Book Service that I buy my comics from, that it looks like the next couple months of Image Scene have been canceled too. So I might have been way off on that prediction. We may not be getting any more physical catalogs. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. So yeah, because I was thinking some more indie publishers might start doing their own catalogs. Looks like Image at least is pulling back. Again, I don't know if that means something else is coming, or if Image is just like, well, if Diamond's not doing a physical catalog, we're not either. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Again, I didn't see any kind of press release or anything on that. I, of course, have no insight into that, the workings of Image. But here on the cover, it looks like we're getting a new series from Robert Kirkman and David Finch called Skinbreaker. And so this is for stuff shipping in September. Yeah, so it looks like we've got that. And then looks like they're doing a treasury-sized version of the first issue too here. So again, something DC's kind of been doing, especially with the Hush 2 storyline, where they do the, kind of standard-sized comic, and then they do the bigger format too. So we have a few preview pages of that here. We've got a new book called Artificial. Looks like a miniseries coming out. And what's this? Everything Dead and Dying, a new miniseries. It looks like a new book from David Lapham. Good as Dead, #1. I was reading it as something else. Gracie's Ghost looks like more of like a all ages sort of graphic novel coming out. No Man's Land miniseries, trades. A lot of miniseries coming out from Image here. Closer looks like this is a one-shot by Kieran Gillen and Steve Lieber. That might be interesting. I'm not sure what that is. New Department of Truth, Gray Lady, one-shot sort of crisis events trade. Yeah, a lot of A lot of mini-series. Got a Battle Pope 25th Anniversary, Robert Kirkman's book. Hornsby and Halo Volume 1, again from the, Ghost Machine imprint. Looks like we're getting a compendium for Monstrous. How many, let's see, how many issues is this? Does it say? Yeah, I don't see where it says like how many issues it is, but it says it is 1,152 pages for $60. So it's a good chunk of the book there, I would think. Surprised they don't list the issues it collects. So we got a trade for Rockefellers, and looks like a new Spawn. Oh, so it looks like we're getting a hardcover edition of the Universal Monsters Mummy. I've read a few of the Universal Monsters books, and I've liked them. I just haven't picked up Mummy in particular yet. Yeah, then looks like we've got a little checklist here of everything coming out, like what week it'll be released. And so that's it for the image. And then we got the IDW catalog. And so right here, front and center, we've got Star Trek: The Last Starship. I was kind of bummed out because they recently canceled the Star Trek and Star Trek Defiant books I was reading. I really like those. So it looks like we've got some new Star Trek stuff coming. So it looks like we're starting off with Ninja Turtles. We're getting a Casey Jones #1. And looks like we're got Shredder #2 here. So it looks like we're getting a Shredder series. And I don't know if these are mini-series. If they've said that... Yeah, I don't see where it lists like how, issue 1 of however many. So I assume these are ongoing until we hear different. Got Turtles Adventures, Saturday Morning Adventures. Oh, that's a nice Casey Jones kind of variant cover there for that real cartoony sort of style. Not sure if that's showing up there. Looks like we're getting a Street Sharks comic too from IDW. Yeah, okay, so here we've got the Last Starship. Oh, and that cover's by Francesco Francavilla. I guess it's on the cover here. So Kelly and Lansing on the story, and the art is by Adrian Bonilla. So yeah, so new Star Trek book. I might check that out. Now we are getting this Red Shirts mini-series too, about, how the Red Shirts always die in Star Trek. Still got Lower Decks going. Well, that's good, because that's, kind of the last Star Trek book I'm reading right now. And again, I was a big fan of the cartoon series. And we're getting a Star Trek Voyager Omnibus. Not sure what all is collected in here. So it looks like maybe some different Voyager mini-series. And then it's got some... Oh, so they got some stories from the Star Trek Waypoint anthology. That was a good book. I really like that. I wish they were still doing that. If you can find those, pick them up. I don't think they go for a lot. Don't quote me on that though either, because I'm not 100%. I haven't, I have them. I don't really look for them. So it looks like we're getting Starship Godzilla, and I think this was one they teased in the Free Comic Book Day special this year for Godzilla. And so then we've got the next issues of Escape the Dead Zone, and the kind of Godzilla ongoing they're doing here. Again, all that stuff was kind of previewed. If you've got the Godzilla Free Comic Book Day special from this year, it goes over all that stuff. Then it looks like for Top Shelf's Trigger Read 2025, we've got some different books coming out for that. Oh, do we got a... Oh, looks like we've got a Street Sharks poster in here. And then a poster for, I guess, Casey Jones, too, on the other side. Let's see. Let's see if we can get it out and take a look at them. I'm not crazy about Street Sharks, so... What do we got here? I don't know how well this is gonna... I don't think we can get this all on camera right now, but it looks like we got this big Street Sharks poster. And then we've got a big Casey Jones poster. Yeah, I definitely prefer that one there to Street Sharks. So I've got that. And it looks like we've got what's this? More Weight, a Salem story. Looks like some Halloween comic coming out. So I've got a few of those. It looks like we have a novel coming out called Screwing Sinatra. Okay, not sure what that's about. Here we go. So this is something I'm definitely looking forward to here. So this is the first issue of the Twilight Zone miniseries that was announced. So there's like going to be a different creative team on each issue of this, doing kind of old school style Twilight Zone stories here. And looks like we have a variant cover here from Francesco Francavilla. So yeah, definitely going to pick these up. So again, this is the first one here is written by Dan Watters, who's been doing Batman Dark Patterns, which has been really good. And I'm a big fan of old school Twilight Zone. So yeah, I'm definitely picking this up. I think it's like each issue is another kind of creative team, and I think Tom Scioli is doing one of them. I think there's like an interview online with him talking about this. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Well, we got Monster High books. Yeah, and then we have this Alien books in here again. It looks like they're publishing Valiant stuff now, so I don't know why it's under Alien books, or I don't know how this all works out, but it looks like we got a Harbinger book coming. And so we've got a new Exo Manowar too. So yeah, I guess this is how they're publishing Valiant now. I'm not 100%. I don't really keep up with Valiant that much, so I'm not real sure. I just know like the last couple years, again, I don't follow Valiant that closely either. But if there's something coming out that I'm like, oh, maybe I want to check that out, and I order it, it gets canceled. So that's happened like 3 or 4 times I've tried to order Valiant books. So kind of not even worrying about it now. Looks like we got another Bloodshot book. And Tales of the Shadow Man. So yeah, I don't know. I guess this is like a joint thing with IDW. I don't really know how that works. But yeah, that's everything coming out from IDW in September. So that's everything I got this week. Again, a light week, but I'll take that now and then. I've got plenty to read at home, so maybe I'll get caught up. So yeah, so that's everything for me. Did you get anything good this week? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter/X @Detective651, also on Instagram @Detective651. Be sure to check out my t-shirt store at tpublic.com/user/Detective651. I've got a lot of nerdy designs on there, and there's sales all the time, so check it out frequently.